Yeah, mate. Yeah, I've got a date with a pro wrestler. I've wanted to do this my entire life, and now I'm finally going to get to meet a pro wrestler, and I'm actually going on a date with her. Can you believe it? Me, the Hawk, is going on a date with a pro wrestler. I can't wait to ask her for feet pictures. I've been waiting to see those wrestling boots my entire life. I've got a massive thing for them.
Hey, darling.
Oh, wow. Hello.
Sweetheart. Mwah. Lovely to meet you.
I'm the Hawk, the leader of the Shove It squad. What's your name?
Kiara.
Oh, how lovely, Kiara. Let's go sit down.
Kira? No, Kiara.
So, we met at a wrestling show in Radstock. Now, at that show, you picked on me. Was that really your way of flirting with the Hawk?
Well, here's the thing. When I see a whole group of faces in front of me when I'm trying to perform, and I see people looking at their phones, I'm not going to let you get away with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel.
Well, I think that's on you for making me a bit bored, to be honest.
Well, it's between you or the little kids. Who am I going to bully today? And you were just there.
I'm not quite sure I'm happy with how you dress, to be honest.
Okay,
you look
tell
a
me.
little bit
Give me some feedback.
promiscuous.
Give me some feedback.
Well, if I was to be dating you, would you really be dressing like that in the ring? Because I want you to cover up, to be honest. I just don't want people seeing all your...
That's okay. So I'm quite right wing. I'm very trad wife. So when wrestling time is over, it's time to pump out the babies. Like, I'm not going rookie numbers. I'm going double digits. So as long as I can wrestle beforehand, then I'm all yours afterwards.
Sounds good to me. God. Well, you are quite a vain person, aren't you? Anyway, you obviously do love yourself.
You have to be. If you're on camera, Sylvester Stallone said you have to be a bit nuts to want to be on camera all the time.
Yeah. Well, I noticed you post a lot of pictures. And
I do.
Who's
no
that?
OnlyFans. No feet pics. Ain't from me. Sorry.
That is good to hear, because I couldn't have a girl doing that. There's a lot of wrestlers who do OnlyFans.
Yes, I shall not comment on that.
Yeah?
I feel like if you do good for you, but you're never going to get into WWE.
Would you say that you post pictures a lot on Instagram to make yourself feel better and get fans talking? Does it make you feel good about yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should stop doing that, personally.
Okay.
Because...
What should I do instead?
Well, just pictures of you wrestling,
wearing
conservative clothing like a normal person.
Do you remember when WWE talking?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if I do all these things, what do I get in return? That's the real question.
Well, you get a hard-working man.
Okay.
Who,
mashallah.
Yeah, I'm very good-looking, and I will do anything to make my woman happy, just as long as she obeys the rules.
Okay. I want leadership. I want guidance. I want to be led, but I don't want you to boss me around.
Can I get 2 drinks, please, barman? Yeah.
Do you know what drink I want?
There's not many options here. You get what you're given.
I mean, most drinks are just 90% water anyway.
Yeah. Thanks for that science fact.
I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
Do you have letters after your name?
No.
No?
I'm just Miss Kiara. I've got letters before the name.
You sure it's not Kiara?
Oh my god, I get that so many times. There's an anime called Death Note where Kiara writes everyone's names in the Death Note and kills them all. So every time someone calls me Kiara, I'm like, I'll write your name in the book. Where are those drinks, darling? Thank you.
Here you go, guys.
No coasters, please. They ruin the atmosphere.
Look at the state of you. You ever combed your hair before?
No
Enjoy your drinks.
Cheers, my dear.
Yeah, sorry about him.
Half pint? Excuse me. What kind of man drinks from a half pint? Come on, bring him a full pint. Take this away first. My goodness, the staff around here. Have you dated wrestlers before?
I have never dated a wrestler before.
Have you dated a performer before?
I haven't, Kiara.
Oh my god, okay.
What am I in for?
You are in for a lot of driving. I travel, I work, I'm going to Finland next month. You're going to have to be my helper. Like I said, once I'm done with wrestling, I'll be the trad wife in that little blue dress with the flowers. I'll be pumping out the babies. I'll be cooking. My place is in the kitchen. I'm fine with that. But while I'm in my wrestling career, you help me.
Oh, finally, about time, Bob Marley.
So what kind of beer is that? You're supposed to cheers me, darling. Thank you.
It's a cider, so it's what we drink down here. It's our local brew.
Somerset.
Yeah.
Well, darling, I've been to many wine tastings, so I know the good from the bad. And this, I would say, is a 3 out of 10.
We'll have to try better next time.
Yeah.
So, Kiara, tell me...
Stop calling me Kiara, please. Is that a grey? Come here, darling. Oh, no.
I think it's one of your rat hairs, actually. I think
rat
it flew
hair.
through the air.
I have a pet cockatiel, not a rat, thank you.
I thought it was a pigeon.
A pigeon? Pigeons are the vermin of the sky.
You obviously like birds, so does that mean the hawk would have a chance with you?
Look, the only man in my life right now is Chester. Chester the Pester.
Do you mean the molester?
God! No one said that before. No, but you will have to deal with a lot of squeaking.
I'm used to that.
Oh, God! Okay. Drink break. My backstory is I am a perfectionist. I tried to get into ballet school, but I couldn't, so I do ballet moves in my wrestling, and when they go wrong, I'm like, no, do it again!
Is that what you were doing? I thought you were having a spasm in your leg.
No, it was meant to be a pirouette, darling.
Okay.
I really tried, but it's fine.
Have you ever considered dating a wrestling fan? Because you must have a lot of advances in male attention.
I think it depends. It depends what can they bring to my life. Like I said, when I'm wrestling, I want wrestling to be my goal. But then, when I'm done with wrestling, I want to go full in, stay-at-home wife. Like, that will be my job. So I need someone who's man enough to support me in my wrestling, but also take charge and lead me when it's time.
So you don't like being put on a pedestal?
No.
Because you have that vibe about you.
Do I?
Yeah.
They also have to be smart. Are you smart?
No, I'm a YouTuber. What does wrestling mean to you? You're obviously a pro wrestler. What does being a pro wrestler entail?
Being a pro wrestler means, first and foremost, I have to tell a story. You know, I'm usually the bad guy. I don't know why they put me as the bad guy, because I should be the good guy.
You're an ugly bunch today, aren't you?
I need to tell a story. David versus Goliath. Okay, I'm always Goliath. I'm always the good guy in the story. But wrestling is about entertaining people, okay? The boxing just happened the other day. The reason why more people watch wrestling than boxing is because boxing can sometimes be over in a flash and it's not much of a story. It's exciting, but it's not a story. So that's my job.
What's your finisher called if you have one?
It's called the Royal Flush, okay? Because I'm quite a royal person. It's an inverted eye of the hurricane where I freaking come down on them on the elbow.
So is wrestling actually painful?
It can be painful. Is being a YouTuber painful?
Every day.
Every day, it's a struggle.
What's the most painful move you've taken?
Most painful move, I would say, would be going through a barbed wire table.
You've done that?
I have.
Wow.
For realsies. It's not fake. Like, I went up to the barbed wire before the show thinking, is this some gimmick barbed wire? It's real barbed wire, okay? I can take a lot.
That explains all the scarage on you then.
I'm not scarred, darling. I'm like a pearl.
Just emotionally then.
Just emotionally scarred, though.
So what I want to know is, are wrestlers actually tough? So for instance, I go down the
What a
high
dumb
street
question.
and every single OAP that's getting in my way, I'm delivering punches to the gut, left, right and centre, bricks to the brain,
Yeah.
and everyone is just falling over, getting out of my way.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty tough. How would I live and cope in the world of pro wrestling?
You wouldn't. You've never taken a bump in your life. The thing with wrestling is, people think that the ring is padded, they think it's like a trampoline. It's not. It's as solid as the wooden table that we're talking on. I don't think you could take that.
That makes you tough because you can fall on a pile.
Yeah, I could bump right now on the floor.
You've been wrestling for how long?
5 years, darling.
Who trained you?
Lance Storm. in
Lance
Canada.
Storm? Shut the
Lance-
front door.
Shut that front door right now.
Really? You got trained by a legend like Lance Storm?
I did.
That's incredible.
Can't you tell? Is my wrestling not up to par?
Well, even more so, what the hell are you doing here? Tell me about Lance.
Lance is... He's someone that when he fills up his gas tank at the pump...
Is this a euphemism?
It's not a euphemism. He doesn't want it to be 13999. He wants it to be 14000. Someone who's extremely exact. He doesn't like odd numbers. He wants things to be rounded. He's very much perfectionist like me.
And how was his training regime? Was it brutal?
It was brutal. I mean, it was 5 days a week, full time wrestling. We'd get up at 6 a.m. We'd be wrestling until 7 p.m.
You look like you're welling up. You're talking about...
Well, when I was in
what's wrong,
Canada,
love?
I had some crazy fans in Canada, and Lance Storm had to come in, and put them in their place, basically. He said, "You need to leave," in his classic Canadian boot accent.
And that was the whole story. And you're crying about this.
Fuck up!
You're all emotional.
I am emotional.
Your hair's getting all out of place, actually.
I will burn you. I'm not kidding.
How long have you been a wrestling fan for?
Well, I've been a wrestling fan since I was 18 years old. Have you washed your hands? No, they're not sanitised. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 18 years old, and my favourite wrestler is AJ Lee, and I've been wrestling for 5 years.
That's impressive.
That's enough touchy-touchy for now. So you're the first date.
So you didn't watch any of the diva type era before?
Oh gosh. So I have an older brother and sister. They got to stay up late watching pay-per-views, and I wasn't allowed because I was too young. But I did play the Nintendo 64 game, and I created myself as a wrestler. So a lot of my moveset is inspired from the little cruddy Nintendo 64 version of me.
Did you just do the robot here?
I did the what, sorry?
The robot.
What's
You
that?
just did the robot.
Oh, well,
The Peter Crouch thing.
the graphics on the N64 weren't so great.
Right.
Okay, yeah, back in the day. But what I can tell you is, I made my character 6'11" and 599 pounds because I just wanted to max this. This is real. I wanted to max the stats. It didn't change how she looked, but I was like, yeah, let's put everything big.
Did it have the Hurricanes finisher as well?
It did. It had the Hurricane Rana. It had so many different finishes. But look, if you can tell me right now on this date that you're a speedrunner, I am turned on by GoldenEye speedrunners. I pay £5 a month on Patreon to watch people play GoldenEye, play all the old classic games, and absolutely clutch them. So if you can do that, then you're my guy.
I'm not a speedrunner, but I can quickly run you back home and we can play some games. What was your favourite male wrestler growing up?
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah?
100% Shawn Michaels.
What do you like about him?
First of all, he's the best at selling. Dolph Ziggler, maybe, is just up there. He is so good. I saw him when I went to WrestleMania 28 in Miami. I saw him super kick Undertaker. Probably one of the best wrestling moments of my life. He's an incredibly good worker, and my God, he's just the best, isn't he? I mean, who's the best YouTuber for you?
I guess you've got to hark back to the legend in my industry, which is Brian Zane, Wrestling with Regret. I respect him.
Aww.
His production work, his camera, the way he talks, everything is brilliant about that guy, and he inspired me.
Aww.
Which is what I'll say about any of these geeks, because I am not one of them.
Bring it in.
You still haven't learned, have you? You really don't have much up there, do you?
I do. If I don't have it much up there, then what do you have?
A lot down there. Down where?
Down there. Oi.
With all these male wrestling fans that you get attention from,
Mostly from India.
Mostly from India.
A lot of India. Bobs and Vajan. Show me Bobs and Vajan.
Are they trying to buy you?
No, look, I had Pramesh. This is a real story. Pramesh, I told about the saga of Pramesh on Instagram, but he was at Facebook. He said, I want to kiss your thigh. I want to be your all. Can you get married with me? And so I put out a poll to my fans on Instagram saying, should I marry Pramesh, yes or no? You know what these fuckers said? 55% said I should marry him.
Where is he today?
Somewhere in India.
Any other strange requests from fans?
Oh my God. Yeah, lots of feet pics. Used gear, used other delicatries which I shan't go into. I'm going to need more drink if you're going to do that.
Taking us back to more locally, because let's face it, you're not famous, you're still a nobody at the moment. So who on the local scene would you say you love to wrestle?
I take issue with that question.
Well, you can take as much issue as you want, but I'm not interested in it. Just
Yeah, I've actually have been... Oh! Got you.
That was pretty smooth.
Now back to your question.
Who locally would you like to wrestle again?
Heidi Katrina.
I've never heard of her.
Heidi Katrina is one of the best. She's an Amazon. She's a hot Amazon bitch. And she has wrestled in Japan. She has lived in Japan for months, if not years. And I've wrestled her in Butlins, and I want to wrestle her again.
And do you want to go to Japan too?
Yeah.
What entices you about that lifestyle?
Because I'm an anime weeb, that's why.
So you want to go to Japan just because you like some little...
I literally have an anime tattoo on my ankle, which I will not be showing you. Because ankles are off limits for
We'll
me.
save that for your OnlyFans.
I don't have an OnlyFans!
Sorry, Kiara.
Stop calling me Kira, please. It's Kiara.
Sorry, Kieran.
I will burn you. One of the people I look up to, Andy Biersack, said, if if you want to be president, don't complain if you have to wear a tie every day. So part and parcel of this job is you're going to get that. And when people bitch and moan about, I can't remember who it was recently, they're saying, look, okay, fine, look at your watch, see if I can. When people complain about all the attention they're getting, there's going to be negative and positive, but you can't pick and choose what attention you get. So I don't complain about people asking me for feet pics, because without that, then you wouldn't have all the lovely people.
Plus, you're a vain person, so it gives you an ego boost.
Also, you can only do that if you have a Rolex. This doesn't count if you have a Hugo Boss watch. That's like £200 max. Okay, so don't be doing this while I'm talking.
It was a present from my mum.
Okay, that's lovely.
She's dead.
Fucking hell! Jesus Christ. Okay. My job in wrestling is to entertain people. Is to beat people up in a fun way.
Oh, so you're one of those old school divas who just takes their clothes off and...
Oh, please don't say diva.
Puppies.
That was a hot... Do you remember the diva belt, the butterfly belt?
I definitely do remember the divas.
That was cringe, bro. Come in, darling.
There you go.
Are we... What is this? What is this? Is this for your long hair? No, not that full, darling. That's very unladylike. Away. Thank you. Oh, God. There's a rule. You always refuse the hors d'oeuvres at least twice. You're like, oh, no, thank you. And another rule, you can never pour a glass this full as a woman. Take note, ladies.
What would you say is your best feature?
My shoulders. Let's get these shoulders out. I have naturally big shoulders, right? And yeah, zoom in. Shut the frick up! I have naturally beautiful shoulders, and you need them. Look, AJ Lee, my favourite female wrestler, she had fantastic quads. My quads are pretty good, but I would say my best feature, the shoulders. You got pretty good traps. I could see you pulled the jumper up a little bit though. So let's pull it down.
No, it didn't actually. It just sits there. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry.
How would you say it's going so far? If you'd rate me 5 stars. Remember the old YouTube system up stars before likes and dislikes? No, you don't.
Have you ever heard the term mid?
Oh, you're mid. Shut the fuck up. You're mid.
What would you tell me about your gym workout? Because you obviously like doing your shoulders. So what's a typical gym workout look out for you, and how often do you do it?
Lots of Y raises. An obscene amount of Y raises to get those. I have a personal trainer who's very good. I am slightly on the spectrum, so sometimes I get overwhelmed if someone walks too close to me. I don't like it in the gym. But we will do upper half and lower half 4 times a week. We follow the Ganbaroo method from this gentleman called Eugene. And when I was working out by myself before I had a PT, it was all about, oh my god, I'm not lifting as much as last week, I'm not good enough. But no, it's all about just getting the reps in reserve, right? 1 rep in reserve. Especially before a match. If I've got the match the next day, I can't be absolutely wrecked with DOMs if I'm supposed to be catching another woman and freaking slamming her down.
It's not really that impressive. Your girl's like £100.
No, there's big women out there.
Well, like you.
No, I'm not big. I'm not big. I'm 145 pounds, darling. How much are you?
I haven't weighed myself.
Okay.
But I've got an ego that's heavier than everyone in this room.
Yes, everyone in this room.
Your hair keeps getting out of shape. I think you should go fix it.
Your hair keeps getting out. You've got the broccoli hair going on. Are you like 12? Are you Gen Z? I see broccoli boys everywhere in the gym at 5 p.m.
Listen, Kiara, right? When you're out with me, you've got to look your best.
Yes, sir.
You're kind of failing me right now. Go fix your hair, because you let me down.
I think you need to fix your face. Oh, you can't change your face. What did Churchill say? He said, Madam, in the morning I will be sober, but you will stay ugly. See you in a minute, darling. I'm back from the powder room, darling. And can you stop adjusting your crotch, please? It's very ungentlemanly-like. I just wanted to remind you who you're speaking to. You're speaking to the CPW Lioness Tag Champ. It's going to go right here, just to remind you. And the RWS Women's Champion. That's going to go right here.
Is that supposed to impress me?
Is being a YouTuber supposed to impress me?
You want to try and bring the hawk gifts? I've got a gift for you.
What is this? Don't neglect the powerful... How to be a good wife? Well, darling, I've read the Bible. I don't need to... Excuse me. No. This is basic bitch stuff. No. A good husband should know that picking a good wife, she doesn't need to read this garbage. Oh, I was going to burn it, but okay.
No, we don't want to do that. So you've obviously wrestled all over
I have.
the UK, hence these
And
beautiful
Canada.
belts.
And Finland.
So you must have wrestled in some absolute dumps. So let the Hawk know right now, what is the most disgusting, deplorable turd town that you've ever had to lay your eyes on?
Somerset.
It's not a town, it's a county. You really don't have much upstairs, do you?
I went to Cambridge, so what does that make you? I have a master's degree, darling. No kayfabe, that's for real.
Still no letters after you.
For realsies.
Sounds like a waste of time.
Letters, I don't need to spend 50 grand on some PhD.
If you're so great, why are you hanging out in a town like Radstock, which has buildings collapsing, people with half a brain, half a tooth, half an IQ point, and you're there acting like the big deal because you can entertain some hick fans who have no idea what they're doing? You think you're so special because of that?
Okay, yeah. When I come to Radstock, when I come to Axminster, I'm the best thing that they have seen in the last 5 years. I'm doing them a favour. Okay? Naomi Campbell said she doesn't get out of bed for less than $10,000. Now my fee isn't quite that high, but I will say it's an act of charity. It's something I can write off my tax returns.
These are quite nice belts, but...
Don't touch them!
Why is it blank? Why isn't your name written on it? They haven't engraved your name. Is that because you're going to be losing them soon?
Darling, I'll be keeping these till the end of time. I sleep with them. I don't sleep with a man, I sleep with these in my bed.
That's a major negative to you, isn't it?
Is it? What belts do you have?
The one I'm
You got a
wearing.
Hugo Boss watch. What have you got? What belt are you wearing today? Come on. Let me see. Stand up.
It's just a belt. It's not.
What kind of leather? Come on, lift up.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's just a belt.
I see some more leather. Is that even real leather? Is that polyester? Oh, he's a polyester man.
So ultimately, your plan is to try and get to the States, I presume.
It is. WWE.
So I'm not really on board with that,
Okay.
because if you're going over there,
He's not on board.
where would that leave me as
You come with
your
me.
partner?
You're a YouTuber. You're not tied to here.
What was your name again?
Kiara.
Kiara, give me a hand.
Have you watched it lately?
Look, we all know where this is heading. You've not got a lot upstairs, but you've got it going on downstairs.
We're going to go it this way, okay. Downstairs.
So what I'm saying is, let's get out of it. Let's go
Where are we going?
to my place.
On the first date. You gave me this book. Do you really want a wife that goes home with you on the first date?
This is our future right here. I want to date a pro wrestler.
Uh-huh.
So let's go. Me and you. Come on, we can do this.
I'd rather not. No. Oh, no. I'm done. I'm done with the States. Get this stuff out the way. No, thank you. Sorry, darling, but this is just too much to bear. I'm gone. Bye-bye. Get out.
Alright, thank you for watching. I think we now all know whether or not we could actually date a pro wrestler. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as me, and I'm looking forward to having more dates with wrestlers because Kiara was so charmed by the Hawk that she's recommended me to all of her friends. So if your marriage is in trouble, the Hawk can make amends. Being serious though, Kiara is going to be a big name in the future, and you can all help her get there by sharing this video about. The more eyes that see this video, the more that big companies will take note. I want you all to really help her because ultimately, that's what this series is all about. I wanted to do something to give the UK scene a platform. Her booking in socials should be on the screen now, so don't ask me how. I'm off on another date with a girl, don't scout.
Where's my applause? Come on, all of you. You too. Thank you,
A
darling.
round of applause for you like that. There we go.